All right, folks. Yes, it is game time. Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everyone out there. Sunday here at White County Park and Rec in Cleveland, Georgia. Our first game today. We have two. All right, these guys are going for the championship game. Maybe later today or Monday night. We're going to find out. But have the coaches meeting right here. We got the Fannin Rebels and the Clay County Swarm. They're having their umpire meeting right here now. We are Team FYN Sports. Lauren Hunter, my associate producer, is off today. And our crew, the video camera director, Josh Ross, and our graphics computer director, Samantha Cates, and also helping us in the booth today, Jason Newman, keeping our camera views, checking to make sure, hey, we get a foul ball from time to time, cameras get a little out of place, and Jason helps us correct those, and we want to tell you how much we appreciate him. We're ready for our first game. These guys have played three. This is their fourth game. This is the Dizzy Dean Division 6, okay? The top 5 teams, we had 11 when we started. We're down to 4. So all 4 of these teams have already qualified for the next level of Dizzy Dean State Tournament, okay? And we had 11. 5 teams qualify. These 4 have already. And our next game, our second game today, will be Jackson versus Union County. So we're going to have just a minute here. I'm your host, BKP. And let me see here, Clay County, coached by Kendall Boyer, and Fannin County, find my rosters, trying to get myself together here. Andy Crowder is our coach for the Fannin Rebels. So this is 12-year-old Dizzy Dean. Quick explanation, let me give you real quick. The teams are going to come up and warm out. 11 teams started this White County Park and Rec. What a beautiful day. We have the Stars and Stripes out there at center field. Beautiful park here. 11 teams started out here. Started with Gilmer, Fannin, Union, Towns County, Clay County, North Carolina, Dawson County, White County, Lumpkin County, Jackson, Jefferson, and Hall County. Those were our 11 teams, and we're down to 4. Okay, pitch count. Now, when we were at the Diz a couple weeks ago, I was telling you, we talked about there was no pitch count there. So we were telling you over there that this would be different when we got over to Dizzy Dean at this tournament. This would be different. That Dizzy Dean rules on pitch count, very strict, and I want to tell you how much I appreciate that. To me, it's more important with these young guys. They're only 12. I know you think they could snap off a curveball already and knuckle curve and a splitter and all this. To me out here, BKP, they're 12 years old. They need to focus on getting the ball across the plate. They got plenty of time in their young baseball career to get their pitches, their assortment together. That being said, Dizzy Dean stresses taking care of these young guys' arms. So a daily pitch max is 85. Now, if they only pitch 20 pitches, 0 days rest, okay? They can come right back and pitch the next day. If they pitch 21 to 35 pitches, they have to have 1 day calendar day rest. 36 to 50 pitches, 2 calendar days. 51 to 65 pitches, 3 calendar days. And 66 plus pitches, 4 calendar days. Now what you will also see, quick explanation, is you will see the coaches come out. This is a change of Dizzy Dean this year. Last year what would happen is whenever they were at 20 pitches, they had to come off the mound. No matter what the count was on the batter, it made a little bit of a struggle for a new pitcher to come in and take over the count on a batter. So what Dizzy Dean has done is they've let pitchers finish a batter. So you will see a coach come out and identify last batter at a pitch count. That's part of the new rules. We'll go over that. So Fannin is the home team. They're out there on the field. And number 7 is on the hill. Caden. Well, now this is what it says on the roster, folks. Little Taters out there. Caden Little Tater Davis is on the hill, right? Number 7. And then for Clay County stepping into the box, number 7 for Clay County is not on my roster. Kendall Boyer, let me fix that. Thank you there. Must have an older roster. Thank you, Sam. Actually, that's at the bottom of my roster. I thought it was the coach because there's no number, so he could be coach too. So number 7, Kendall Boyer in the box here. Little Tater on the hill. I could prove it, folks, if I had a picture. That's what they sent us. But I love it. Big swing, big swing. All right, and there you go, 1 away. We have started, we're at the top of the first inning, and these teams want to go for the championship here. So I got number 5, Cooper Matheson, up to bat. Little outside. Now, Josh, we got to keep an eye on this umpire. Now, he'll pull the ripcord on this guy. Yeah, he will now. Blue will pull it. Big swing down third. And there you go. Number 35 over there, Jamie Russell. Big play from third to first, 2 away. That brings up number 4, Peyton Magaha. Now, we know both of these teams, Josh. We had them over there at the Diz a couple weeks ago, so we know all these guys. Well, he's over on first, but that was a nice play out there by the second baseman, stopping it from getting out in the outfield. He keeps it to a single there. Number 34 coming up right now. Morgan Mo Walker. So here you go, Big Mo. Big Mo, I'm hearing the fans. And he's in there at second, so Clay County has a runner at second base with Big Mo in the box. 2 outs, top of the first. He's got 1 strike on him. Fouled away. So 0-2, he's behind in the count, 2 outs. Little Tater throwing to Big Mo. And there you go. And I'll tell you what, third baseman can't get down for that one, and it goes under his glove. And I tell you what, Clay County's coach, he's getting aggressive over there. He kept the wheels going right around third and put Clay up 1 and a runner on first, 2 outs. Little adjustment here for the catcher here on his equipment for Fannin. Josh, can you see his number? All right. Jackson Sellers. And he is safe. Let's see if did I hear that correct, Josh? Did coach say get your butt dirty? He sure did. Slide into there. Coach wants a big slide. Runner on second. Inside. Going to third. He gets him right there. So number 35 with the tag, Jamie Russell, as he's trying to get down to third. But Clay County, top of the first, puts 1 on the scoreboard. I'm your host, BKP, Team FYN Sports. We'll be back right after these brief messages.
In small towns like Hayesville, North Carolina, Toccoa, Georgia, and Oak Ridge, Tennessee, big careers starting and staying at home may seem unlikely. But at Ingalls, we promote from within, building a community as well as a business. Our next executive might have helped you carry out your groceries today. We sure hope so. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellen, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
At Ingalls.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. We are Team FYN Sports, always highlighting and promoting young athletes in a positive way. Now for the Clay County Swarm, number 99's on the hill, Kyle Shaheen. Juice number 11 coming up to bat for Fannin. Elijah Weaver up to bat. Bottom of the first inning, Clay County is up 1-0. Lauren Hunter is off today. She's supposed to be going fishing with her dad, so that's great. Happy Father's Day out there to everybody.
Good shot. Hey, that's a good shot. Hey,
big swing, second baseman. Ooh. So that hit the heel. Number 5, Cooper Matheson. That hit the heel of his glove. I know. I watched that hit the heel of his glove, pop right back out. So there you go. Runner on first. And number 7's up to bat. There's little Tater Davis. So he is our pitcher for Fannin. And he gets him at first. Now I'll tell you what, Davis squared around. Very good bunt. It was a good bunt in a good position. He almost beat it out. Forced Clay to go over to first base for the out. But a runner, the tying run, is on second now. At number 2 coming up, Lawson Sullivan for Fannin.
You ready for the bot? Good job, Kyle.
What a shot out there to center field. What a catch. Oh, my gosh. Check that out. Big league play, big league play. Can anybody see his number? Is that 15, Josh? First person that can see his number out there, let me know. I can't tell who's in center field. Big league play, baby, out there at center. Number 35 coming up to bat. 35, Jamie Russell for Fannin. Shot down to third. And there you go. So Clay County, number 3 there. Jackson Sellers on third to first for the third out. Big league play as soon as we find out who that center fielder is, I want to give a shout out to him no matter where we're at in the game. So we've played one stranded. We're going to be in the top of the second when we return, as the Clay County Swarm will be up to bat. Take us a break.
At Ingalls, we have a very special family. A family of farmers, ranchers, and dairymen. Clerks, butchers, and bakers. Deli workers, pharmacists, and florists. We work hard every day to bring you the very best. And we'll continue to wake up every morning and work as hard as you do. This is our town, and we built this community together. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Okay, Bobby, just keep your eye on the ball. At Ingalls, we know that big dreams don't always make it to the big leagues. But we also know that baseball is about more than building some impressive batting average or ERA. It's family. It's about building character, of trying your best, of dusting yourself off, and trying your best again. And as sure as there'll be some stumbles on that journey from first to home.
All right, folks, we are back. I'm your host, BKP. That catch out there in center field, I wanted to double check the number for the Clay Swarm out there. Number 15, Dalton Martin. Want to give him a shout out. That was a big league play he made in center field. And number 3 up to bat here, top of the second inning, is number 3, Jackson Sellers, our third baseman for Clay County Swarm. Fannin has number 7 right now, number 7 for Fannin. Little Tater Davis on the hill, top of the second inning. The winner of this game will go on to the championship game. These guys are in their 4th game. All 11 teams were guaranteed here in this divisional play. There you go, and there's a shot to center. And there you go, center fielder. So, is that a 42? I think it is Drew Crowder out there at center field, number 42. So center fielders are coming up big. Number 9, Cade Caruso. And there's a big swing. Big swing there, right up there to shortstop with a beautiful play. So the shortstop there, number 2, losses Sullivan over to first for a second out. And both of these teams, I tell you what, coaches will tell you, finding out if their team shows up. These are 12-year-old guys. And both these teams know they're playing for the championship game.
Be ready, short and third.
And they're in this. Number 99 up to bat now, Kyle Shaheen. He's our pitcher for the Clay County Swarm. Oh, big swing. Little Tater goes high with a fast one. A little low. Blue says a little low. Oh, right down the middle. Can't be looking at that. You watch TV. You don't watch a strike like that. You get the bat around. What a shot. And there you go. So the second baseman had to make a decision, try to make the catch. And that short hop, I tell you what, that was tough. You're not making that play right there. So that goes out to right field, puts 99 on first, brings up number 15, our center fielder, Dalton Martin. And he's headed to second. So we're at the top of the second inning. There's 2 outs. Clay Swarm up to bat. Fannin Rebels out in the field. And Clay is up 1-0. And that was low. So 2-0 on the count. Coach over there for Clay County, he wants to get one more in here. Oh, you can't look at that. You watch TV, not strikes. There he goes, and that's going to drop. That's trouble. Watch the wheels. I know that coach at third is sending, baby. There you go. That dropped in the right center, and that was a big hit for number 15, Dalton Martin. Brought in Shaheen for 2 runs now on the scoreboard for Clay County, and that was a nice shot. And I know this coach at third. I've watched him at Fannin. I've watched this guy. This guy is going to keep the wheels rolling. He is aggressive on the base pads. Number 23 stepping up, Dawson Devane. And that's in the outfield, but he's going to hold him at second. He's there at second. Now, folks, I am listening for the benches over here, and sometimes if I hear something, I'm going to do the same thing as the fans. So I'm hearing "Come on, Big D," so we'll go with that.
Hey, big hole, Big D, big hole.
So the fans are saying, "Come on, Big D." Dawson Devane, number 23, up to bat. And that's inside. He got a little chin music there.
Hey, look at his short, Big D, look at his short. Big hole.
Oh, that's a pop up to third. Shortstop, way to go. I like the way he walked right under that. And, you know, I like the way the other 2 players, the outfielder and the third baseman, let it go, let the guy make the play. That's the way you're supposed to do it. Hey, we've played 1.5. The Clay County Swarm is up 2-0. Fannin Rebels up to bat when we return.
Okay, Bobby, just keep your eye on the ball.
At Ingalls, we know that big dreams don't always make it to the big leagues. But we also know that baseball is about more than building some impressive batting average or ERA. It's family. It's about building character, of trying your best, of dusting yourself off, and trying your best again. And as sure as there'll be some stumbles on that journey from first to home, we'll be right there cheering you on. This is baseball. This is America. And this is who we are. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
right, folks, we're back now. Just they're listening over on the soundboard. I move my mic a lot, so if we make a little noise here, we'll get it adjusted. I am BKP. We are Team FYN Sports. Team FYN Sports always highlighting and promoting young athletes in a positive way. This is the bottom of the second inning. The Clay Swarm up 2-0 over Fannin, but Fannin here, number 13 up in the box here, Caden Cox. And we know that guy right there. Boom, nice shot by Caden. Whoa, he's not going to be able to handle there at shortstop. So Peyton McGaha is short, bounces that thing around a little bit, doesn't get the handle on it. So Caden Cox is going to be on first base with a leadoff shot here. That's going to bring up number 22, Mason McDaniel. So tie and run coming to the plate here with no outs, Fannin Rebels. Number 99 on the hill there, Kyle Shaheen. This is for an opportunity to go to the championship game. The championship game right here, the winner of this one. We have another one coming up right after this one will be Jackson County and Union, which both of those teams, Jackson beat Jefferson to get here, and Union beat Towns. There's a shot. All right, so second baseman, he gets under that, makes a really nice adjustment there. One away. And that's number 5 out there, Cooper Matheson out there at second. What number is that? Can you see it, Josh? Number 34, Kahutta Brown up to bat for the Rebels. And again, Caden Cox, number 13, over there first with his leadoff shot, one away. And again, a tie and run is represented at the plate. And big swing, big swing. And he's over at second right now, taking a big lead. Pitcher is having to keep an eye on him. And Shaheen turns, keeps an eye on him. Puts him back there. Now number 99 is letting him know that he's not going to let him have a real big lead, knowing they're up 2-0. Tie and run represented at the plate.
Good shot. Oh, good shot.
3 balls and 1 strike.
Go, Kyle.
Nobody.
Inside there, and that sends him down to first base. So tying run just ran down to first. Go ahead run is coming up to bat. And that's number 41, Noah Burnett for Fannin. Big lead at second. Oh, yeah, that's a strike. Runners on first and second. Shaheen looking down at his catcher, looking back at his second baseman and his runner. Oh, and that's high. High and inside, so got a 1-1 count, 1 out. Clay County Swarm up 2-0. These guys are playing for a shot to go to the championship game. Big swing, second baseman. And he's out at third. Cox will score. He's out at third. Nice heads-up play there, but, you know, the second baseman got that baseball all tangled up in his cleats. And that gave enough time for Fannin to get one across the plate. Now it's a 2-1 game. Tying run is over at first, 2 outs. Number 42, Drew Crowder, up to bat. That's a big strike zone right there. So Shaheen is going to focus on the batter. There he is, there he is, there he is, 1-1. Oh, you watch TV, you don't watch that strike. Come on, man. So Shaheen bringing the heat. Right back to the pitcher. And he brings it in like a Hoover vacuum cleaner, sends it over to first for the 3rd out, but not before Fannin puts 1 on the scoreboard. And we have played 2, folks, with the Clay County Swarm. 2, Fannin Rebels 1. We'll be back right after these messages.
In small towns like Hayesville, North Carolina, Toccoa, Georgia, and Oak Ridge, Tennessee, big careers starting and staying at home may seem unlikely. But at Ingalls, we promote from within, building a community as well as a business. Our next executive might have helped you carry out your groceries today. We sure hope so. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special.
All right, folks, we are back. I'm your host, BKP. We've got the Fannin Rebels here and the Clay County Swarm. We've got number 7 on the hill for the Rebels, Caden Little Tater Davis. Stepping into the box, number 7 for the Swarm, Kendall Boyer. Big swing there, first pitch, shortstop to first, not in time. So Boyer hustles down there, and that thing is, he is on first with a leadoff single there. And number 5, Cooper Matheson coming up to bat for the Swarm. We have a 2-1 game, Clay County over Fannin, top of the 3rd inning. We are Team FYN Sports. And I tell you what, Josh, I know you weren't here yesterday. Our next game, Jackson and Union. Union blanked. I mean, they blanked their team yesterday afternoon. Who was that? Towns. I think it was Towns they played. They blanked them. I mean, they were on fire, so we're going to get a good second game, both of these games today. So he's on second. Matheson stays alive there. We got a 2-2 count. Coach over at Clay, he's got his guys always battling. Every game, they battle through the games nonstop. Nice pitch, but it's outside. So it is outside there. Blue says, and we've got a full count, 3-2. And Clay's got a runner there on third. Watch, it's a very good pitching right now. Now you have listened to me for the past several days and a couple years now. I like my pitchers just throw strikes, babies. Just there you go. And Tater is bringing the pitch. He's throwing a nice game right now. You got your defense behind you, and that's who's going to get the W. And I just have to be like that right there. When it comes to these games, 12 years old, the pitcher is throwing strikes, just bringing the strikes, and got his defense behind him is going to get the W. And there's ball 4, and that'll send runners. Clay will have runners to the corner, sending him to first. Magaha, number 4, stepping into the box. And he pops up to number 41 there. Noah Burnett on first with the out. And coach is yelling, get back. So we got runners on the corner, 1 out now. Brings up Big Mo, number 34, Morgan Walker. All right, he'll go down to second. Pitch is a little high there. And that's a little dribbler down first, but it'll be foul ball. Starting to watch the Union Panther players trickle in here and the Jackson County players trickle in for our second game. Top of the third inning. Oh, big swing. So Tater brought the heat and Big Mo went for it. We got a 2-2 count, 1 out, runners on the corner. Runner on second and third. I need to wake up, right, folks? Runner on second and third. In scoring position with Big Mo up there. Coach for the Swarm wants to add to his lead. And that's low and outside. So that'll load the bases up. That'll load the bases up for the Swarm, 1 out. And that brings up number 3, Sellers. So ducks are on the pond. Wings are flapping. Oh, and he pulls the ripcord for strike 1. That's almost fouled out of play. He hit the fence. You know, Josh, every once in a while, I like to say something that will guarantee me that people are watching. There's a shot to center. And I'll tell you what, Big Mo sends one in, and what a shot. Right off the bat there, boom, the center. And I got to give it to the center fielder because I have watched for 4 days if that ball, even though it's hit, if it's past the outfielder and goes to that 250 fence, then that's when the RBIs start racking up. So I got to give it to the center fielder for keeping it in front of him, but that was a solid shot. Bases are loaded, 1 out. And there's another RBI.
Hey, CC, let's do it. Let's go right here, Crusoe. Drive something.
Big swing by number 9 there, Cade Caruso. 1 away, bases loaded, 3-1, top of the 3rd inning.
You got this, 9.
Little tater on the hill. Oh, that's high. And he went. He went. So he's behind in the count, 0-2. And there's a shot left. It's center field, and he makes the catch. And Josh, so now I am up to get your butt dirty and get your butt back here, right? I am correct. Okay. I got it, Coach. I'm with you. Coach is stressing out over there at 3rd. Check him out. Hey, what are you doing? Oh. I'm aware of my next turn. Thanks, Coach. Coach stressing over there first. He's taking the hat off, Josh. Look at him, rubbing the beard. And Shaheen, the pitcher, number 99. Look what I got, Josh. A Union Panther hat. So Shaheen in the box here. Tater on the hill. Bases loaded. 1-1 count. 2 outs. Fouled away. I tell you, we got some solid play here. You could see quickly why these teams are in the final 2 games of playoffs, in the final 4 teams right now. Look at that defense in center field for both teams. There's a shot. Shaheen rips it out there in the outfield, past the second baseman. That's what I was talking about. It's gone to the 250 fence. The wheels are turning. Coach is sending everybody home. Yeah. My God. I tell you what. Just like that, it's 6-1. Wheels are turning. All right. Martin, number 15, and here comes Coach for Fannin to the hill, and he's making a change. All right, Coach is breathing a little sigh of relief. A 2-out shot by Shaheen out there. 6-1. 6-1. The Swarm is up, top of the 3rd. We've got the coach coming out. He's talking to Coach Crowder's coming out, talking to his Fannin team. I don't know what he's saying, but you know, he's telling the guys, look, guys, you're here because you're a good team. You're here in this playoff position because you've been playing well. Relax. I mean, I don't know if I'm out there. Relax, guys, man. I mean, you might be letting this get in your head a little bit. I don't know. You never know. Josh, I always like to say something that assures me that they come back and tell me they watched. So I'm going to say something about the third base coach before the game's over. You ready? But he's not going to know it till he goes home and watches. So, you know, the thing is I won't get in trouble till he knows. Yeah, there you go. So number 15, Martin up to bat. And I think he's our center fielder for the Clay Swarm. Clay with a runner on 3rd. They've jumped out to a 6-1 lead. And strike 1. 2 outs. And there we go. And there you go. Great play by our third baseman over there. Number 35 for Fannin. That'd be Jamie Russell. for the third out, one stranded, but not before Clay changed the scoreboard to 6-1, top of the third. We'll be back right after these messages.
At Ingalls, we have a very special family. A family of farmers, ranchers, and dairymen. Clerks, butchers, and bakers. Deli workers, pharmacists, and florists. We work hard every day to bring you the very best. And we'll continue to wake up every morning and work as hard as you do. This is our town, and we built this community together. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Okay, Bobby, just keep your eye on the ball.
At Ingalls, we know that big dreams don't always make it to the big leagues. But we all...
All right, folks, I'm your host, BKP. We are Team FYN Sports, always highlighting and promoting young athletes in a positive way. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Shaheen, number 99, is still on the hill for the Swarm. I like his delivery. I like the way he finishes. I watch him off the hill there. Oh, by the way, have I told you yet, I do not like these temporary mounds. I get it out of the way, get it out of my system. I understand they get to move them and play softball and change them for different distance, but there you go. Is that 44 stepping in, Josh? 14. Cooper Bourne, number 14 for the Rebels here, and inside for ball 1, and we are in the bottom of the third inning, and 6-1 Swarm. Fannin's needs to get something going here. Now again, I like this young man's delivery. I like the way he finishes, and he brings a strong pitch. Very good pitcher here on the hill for the Swarm, enjoying it. Oh, there's a big strike, buddy. Now, the winner of this game will go on and play the winner of Union and Jackson. High and inside. "12-year-old Dizzy Dean, Division VI, here in White County, Georgia, Cleveland, Georgia, Park and Rec." There's a shot to short to first, and number 4 there, Peyton Magaha, the shortstop, brings it right in and makes a routine play for an out, 1 away. And 1 away here. That brings, I didn't see his number. Did somebody?
11.
All right, that brings up number 11, Elijah Weaver for the Rebels. Now there's 11 teams when we started here. 5 teams qualify to go to state. And there's a pop-up. And it'll drop. between the center fielder and the right fielder, and he will be on first there. 5 of these teams out of 11 qualify for state, so that means every team you're watching today, they have the green light. They've invited. I don't know if all the teams go, not 100%, but all these teams here today that you will see, Fannin, Clay, Jackson, and Union, have advanced to the state level for Dizzy Dean. Now, Josh upstairs, I know when we take the equipment up and down, we have noticed he's gone to second. We've noticed some pretty sweet trophies up there. So there's some big trophies. That 2 of these teams are waiting on. I don't know if you shouldn't put those on display so the kids could see them, like, you know, when they come in, see the trophies they're playing for. There you go, big strike. Umpire pulls the ripcord, buddy. You don't wait for that guy to make the call. 1 and 2. There you go. Go text your granny. Tell her you struck out. Hashtag K. All right. Number 2 up here right now. That would be Lawson Sullivan. Oh, there's a strike. I tell you, Shaheen is on right now, buddy. And he's bringing it. So 99 is in the groove. We've got a 6-1 game. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Bottom of the 3rd. And there's a shot to right field. And that's going to bring one in. So the wheels are turning, and he is safe. I tell you what, and he is slapping down on the coach. Coach is getting the fans all riled up over there for Fannin. That's a big triple right there for number 2, Lawson Sullivan with a big RBI. Number 35, Jamie Russell coming to bat. So we got a 6-2 game, 2 outs. What a rip. Outside. No. Jason, go check the rugs in those doorways. I know. And there you go, shortstop, and there's the third out. And there we go, 6-2, and we'll be back right after this message.
Okay, Bobby, just keep your eye on the ball.
At Ingalls, we know that big dreams don't always make it to the big leagues. But we also know that baseball is about more than building some impressive batting average or ERA. It's family. It's about building character, of trying your best, of dusting yourself off, and trying your best again. And as sure as there'll be some stumbles on that journey from first to home, we'll be right there, cheering you on. This is baseball. This is America. And this is who we are. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
All right, folks, we have played 3 innings. We're in the top of the 4th inning. I'm your host, BKP. We are Team FYN Sports, always highlighting these young athletes in a positive way. Number 23, Dawson Devane, is in the box. And number 7, Caden Little Tater Davis is on the hill still for the Rebels. Rebels got a little closer now. You know what? There's plenty of time in this game, and I've watched both of these teams dig their way back into games, so this is one you want to keep an eye on. There's a shot to the shortstop, and I tell you what, he plays that like he's in the big leagues, baby, because that was sweet. Played that just like you're supposed to there. And I think my shortstop over there, is that Lawson, number 2, Josh? So number 7, Kendall Boyer up. Yeah, that's number 2, Lawson Sullivan there at shortstop for the Rebels. 1 away. Dizzy Dean, Division 6. 4 teams left, 2 games here today. White County Park and Rec here in Cleveland, Georgia. Big shout out to Joe and the entire staff. So we got 3-0 count here. Oh, there you go. Big strike. All right. So KB, that's what I'm hearing the fans say. Come on, KB. Oh, man, you watch TV, not strikes. All right, KB, that's what the fans are yelling here. And he gets him. Struck him out. Go text your granny. Tell her you struck out. #K. Number 5 stepping up there for Clay Cooper Matheson. So Little Tater has 2 outs right now on the Swarm. Want to get out of this one. Top of the 4th inning, 6-2. I know Fannin coach is sitting over there saying, I get these guys back in here right now, no more damage, and we're going to make things happen. I think that's what they're feeling over there. Ooh, wow, what a strike. I tell you what. I mean, right down the middle. A little outside. Just a bit outside. 6-2. 2 outs, 3-1 to count. Big swing to third base. And that third baseman, number 35 over there, pretty positive, Jamie Russell. He brings it in like a Hoover vacuum and gets it over to first for the third out. And that's what Fannin's coach wanted right there. We're going to be in the bottom of the fourth inning when we return. Take us to break.
In small towns like Hayesville, North Carolina, Toccoa, Georgia, and Oak Ridge, Tennessee, big careers starting and staying at home may seem unlikely. But at Ingalls, we promote from within, building a community as well as a business. Our next executive might have helped you carry out your groceries today. We sure hope so. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellen Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
At Ingalls, we have a very special family. A family of farmers, ranchers, and dairymen. Clerks, butchers, and bakers. Deli workers, pharmacists, and florists. We work hard every day to bring you the very best. And we'll continue to wake up every morning and work as hard as you do. This is our town, and we built this community together. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Okay, Bobby, just keep your eye on the ball.
At Ingalls, we know that big dreams don't always make it to the big leagues. But we also know.
All right, folks, I'm your host, BKP. We are Team FYN Sports, always highlighting and promoting these young athletes in a positive way. Sometimes I just say some things, all in good fun here. So I like to hear all the little names. Let's go KB, Big Mo, Little Tater, you name it. I like to hear it all. It's what I enjoy about Dizzy Dean 12-year-old baseball. Is that 13 Cox coming up to bat? I think it is. Caden Cox, number 13, leading off. Now, he had a nice shot last time he was up to bat, and he ended up being one of the RBIs, I think, over there on the scoreboard. And Fannin Rebels are up to bat, and the Clay County Swarm, number 99, Kyle Shaheen, still on the hill for the bottom of the fourth here for the Swarm. And foul back, Cox. So we got a 6-2 game, bottom of the fourth. And I know no damage in the top of the fourth. Clay did not add any runs there. Coach for Fannin would really like to get a little closer back into this game, if not tie it up and go ahead. 45 minutes left to play. 6 innings, regulation for Dizzy Dean, but also the games are timed an hour and 45 minutes. And Cox goes high there with strike 3. So first batter, 1 out. And that brings up number 22, Mason McDaniel. And Mason with a big swing there. Pop up, third baseman, and he's under it. And I tell you what, Jackson Sellers there at third base, that's some tough sun over there, and he stayed with it. All right, sunglasses worked on that one. So 2 away, here comes number 34, Kahutta Brown. Like I said, I know both of these teams from the Diz over at Fannin County a couple weeks ago. Boy, did we have a good time we had a good time over there with all of these teams in that tournament. And then I know all of these teams and most of these players from the Christmas Clash basketball tournament last year at Dizzy Dean. So we really enjoyed Team FYN Sports getting to know these young athletes. We stay focused on the 12-year-olds. We love the 8s and 9s. So if you're out there and you're 8 and 9 years old and you want to get on the TV, just keep playing, and we'll see you when you're 12. There's a big strike. 1 and 2, 2 outs. Whoa, man. Shaheen is in the groove. And he comes off the hill with another big strikeout. 1, 2, 3. And we have played 4 with the Clay County Swarm 6 and the Fannin Rebels 2 will be in the 5th inning when we come back. All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, Coach over at Clay. Now, if you're watching at home, you bring me a hat, I wear it. That's my buddy right there. I forget his name, but that is my buddy over there, Coach at Clay. He gave me, Josh, you know, he gave me a real hard time over at Fannin. Remember? I like that guy. All right, so we're in the top of the 5th inning. I enjoyed. I know all these coaches now, most of the players and parents, and that's what I enjoy so much. I'm your host, BKP, Team FYN Sports. There's 4 Magaha. He's our shortstop, but he's made some big league plays out there today. And I'll tell you what, it looks like we still got Lil Tater on the hill, number 7. And number 7 is Caden Davis for the Rebels. Top of the 5th inning, 6-2, Clay County Swarm. Well, that's a shot, Magaha, and off the glove of the left fielder, number 14. And that thing's headed out there, and Coach is holding him up at second. And he say, hey, you know what, we're going to take a leadoff double there. So Magaha with a double, bringing up Big Mo, number 34, Morgan Walker. Top of the 5th inning here. Blue getting everybody, letting everybody get in place. Big Mo with a rip to the shortstop. And Blue calls him safe. So Sullivan with the throw, he makes a great adjustment. Number 2, Lawson Sullivan, the shortstop, gets back over in position, makes the throw. Blue calls him safe. Appeals to the home plate. Sellers, number 3. Just like that. Runners are on the corner for the Swarm. He showed bunt. 34 headed down to second. So strike 1. There's a swing. Sullivan off his foot. And Magaha will score, and that'll make it 7-2. All right, it's hold on, coach here for Fannin is coming out. And that'll be all for a little Tater Davis. He's done a great job. He's really he's pitched well. He's coming out there. Great job, little Tater Davis. That's Caden Davis, number 7 for the Rebels. We've got a new pitcher on the hill. Did anybody see his number there? Who? So we've got number 34 going on the hill, Kahutta Brown for the Rebels. So while Kahutta Brown is warming up for the Fannin Rebels, we'll take a brief break.
Okay, Bobby, just keep your eye on the ball.
At Ingalls, we know that big dreams don't always make it to the big leagues. But we also know that baseball is about more than building some impressive batting average or ERA. It's family. It's about building character, of trying your best, of dusting yourself off, and trying your best again. And as sure as there'll be some stumbles on that journey from first to home, we'll be right there cheering you on. This is baseball. This is America. And this is who we are. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
All right, folks, we're back. We have a new batter, number 9, Caruso. Make sure I'm right there. Yeah, Cade Caruso up to bat. We have runners on first and second, no out. And our new pitcher is Kahutta Brown, number 34 for the Fannin Rebels. Hustle down to third there, coach. Hustle down, hustle down. So Coach Joe Sellers down there on third. Get some dirt on your butt and get your butt down here, or hold your butt right there. We've heard that a couple times, coach down there at third. And high and inside, but he's down to third, and he is in there. Blue says he's in there. Nice throw down here by the catcher, number 11, Elijah Weaver, Fannin catcher. But so runners are on the corner. Sellers is on first there. Runners on the corner for the Swarm. No outs. 7-2. And that'll load them up. Ducks are on the pond. Feathers are flapping here because I tell you what, you take a hit there, you'll see Coach. They get a hit right now. Coach is aggressive. I tell you, Sellers is aggressive on the base pads with his team. And that is number 99, Shaheen, up to bat. Inside, he's our pitcher. So Shaheen looking down for the signal. And that's outside. Get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. Plate to plate. No, will not be. They will not connect. So there's another run. Big Mo comes in. Walker across the plate. 8-2. And now you got runners on second and third. No outs. Winner of this game will go on to play either the winner of the Union Jackson game. It's coming up right after this. A little high. So he's got a 3-0 count. This is our pitcher, 99, Shaheen, for the Swarm. Oh, that's a strike. That's a strike. And 11 comes out here and says, I'm going to keep you on third. What do you think you're doing down there? I'll give you the rundown. And that'll send him down to first, and bases loaded again for the Swarm. No outs. We're in the top of the 5th inning here. And that's going to bring up number 15, Martin. I think that's our center fielder who made that really great play in the first inning out there. Nice catch. I'm your host, BKP. We're Team F1 Sports, always highlighting and promoting these young athletes in a positive way. Dizzy Dean, Division 6, 12-year-olds. Outside White County Park and Rec in Cleveland, Georgia. Beautiful facility. Always giving a shout out to Joe. Well organized, great event, great facility. Joe and the entire staff. Don't want to leave anyone out. Inside. So 2-0. The entire staff has done a great job. Beautiful park. And that's high and inside. So 3-2, full count, bases loaded, payoff pitch, no outs. No outs here. And he pops it up. And the catcher, the pitcher, number 34, comes over, makes a great play, Kahutta Brown. So 1 away. Big out right there. So force at any base right now. Number 23 up to bat now, Dawson Devane for the Swarm. Bases loaded, 1 out. And just a bit outside, played the plate, and he's in. So Sellers crosses the bag, and I tell you, we've talked about it every day here. Beautiful park, beautiful facility, but a very deep backstop. And I tell you what, if it passes the catcher, odds are a runner from third is in. We have seen a couple plays at the plate on an out, but very few. So a passed ball here is trouble if it gets all the way to the backstop on this field. So that will put 2 runners there, second and third, in scoring position. Devane up to bat, and the Clay County Swarm now looking at a 9-2 lead. Four teams left here in this Division 6 Dizzy Dean first round. Our first game here today, the Clay County Swarm and the Fannin Rebels. Our second game will be the Union Panthers and Jackson County. There it is, another pass ball, and they're moving. And that's another run, and it's 10-2. 1 out. Coach coming out, he's taking the ball. So that'll be it today for Cohutta Brown. We'll see who Fannin is bringing in now. So Fannin's coach makes some adjustments. We're going to see, looks like we're going to see a left-hander on the hill. And that left-hander is number 22. We got Mason McDaniel. So Mason McDaniel coming to the hill for Fannin here. We're at the top of the 5th with the Swarm having runners on second and third, 1 out, and they're up 10-2. So while Mason is warming up, we're going to take a brief break and we'll be right back.
In small towns like Hayesville, North Carolina, Toccoa, Georgia, and Oak Ridge, Tennessee, big careers starting and staying at home may seem unlikely. But at Ingalls, we promote from within, building a community as well as a business. Our next executive might have helped you carry out your groceries today. We sure hope so. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellen, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
At Ingalls, we have a very special family. A family of farmers, ranchers, and dairymen. Clerks, butchers, and bakers. Deli workers, pharmacists, and florists. We work hard every day to bring you the very best. And we'll continue to wake up every morning and work as hard as you do. This is our town, and we built this community together. Ingalls, your neighbor.
All right, folks, we are back. We're in the top of the 5th inning here. We got a new pitcher. And while we were doing that break, we have number 22, Mason McDaniel for the Fannin Rebels on the hill now. Runners on second and third for the Swarm. They're up 10-2, top of the 5th. And number 7, that would be KB. Number 7, Kendall Boyer. I tell you, as the games go on, I'm your host, BKP, Team FYN Sports. I hear what the fans are saying, so that's what we're doing. Kendall Boyer, number 7. Come on, KB. That's what I hear. Oh, there's 2. Come on, KB. You watch TV, not strikes. And KB, that's going to drop. And throw over to first. Play at the plate. Whoa! Whoa! All right, Blue checking on the umpire. Okay. Brings a whole new definition to Dizzy Dean, if his name was Dean. Right? I mean, just saying. Blue, you good? All right, Blue says he's good. We have watched this guy every day, giving 100%. This is our guy right here, good friend of Team FYN Sports. Want to check on him. Really enjoy working with this guy for the past 4 days. These guys come out here, they give their time, they're working hard. So Blue got a little shot there, but we got a 12-2 game, 1 out, 5th inning. And there's a shot to second base, over to first, and he's safe. So we've got a 13-2 game. Now here's another thing we got here, staff, is when Fannin gets up to bat, that'll be the end of the inning because it's 10-run. They will have to close the gap. So we know now there's 22 minutes on the clock, but no matter what, the next inning is it. I mean, the bottom of this inning will be it if Fannin Rebels do not come back. Game over. McGaw, the shortstop up to bat. The Swarm with a runner on first. 1 out, 13-2. And he heads down to second. Now, I think, Josh, Joe Sellers over there needs a haircut. Now, I know I might get yelled at like, hey, that's my personal opinion, but I think he needs a haircut myself. I think he does. I think if he wins it all, they should cut his hair. That's what I think. Now, they may come over and tell me that's none of my business, but I think he needs a haircut myself. Coach Joe down there say, hit this one, hit this one. Big swing, Magaha, it's popped up. And that's shortstop, number 11, nice play out there. That is Elijah Weaver. He calls him off, nice play by Elijah Weaver for 2 outs. So 12 is coming in. So we got a sub 12 for 34. And that is Jamison Dawson for the Swarm, up to bat now. Runner on second, 2 outs, 13-2. Top of the 5th. And this team will go on to play the winner of the Union Panthers Jackson County game right after this. Now, I do a morning show, 8 to 10, Monday through Friday, 8 to 10, FYNTV.com. All right? Just so you know, it's not a sports show, folks. It's an opinion show. You have to be careful when you step into that batter's box. There's a big pitch, yes. Monday through Friday, 8 to 10, FYNTV.com. You get into that batter's box, be ready, because I'll tell you what, I'm bringing the fastball Monday through Friday. Lauren Hunter, she is off today, but she has her own show, sports show, Monday, 10 a.m., Facebook Live, Team FYN Sports, Facebook Live, 10 a.m., Lauren Hunter, Dave Garner, instant replay. Don't miss it every Monday, 10 a.m. Oh, he pulled the ripcord. I know. I watched that. I can now tell Blue's okay. I'm watching that. I tell you what, that's a guy I've been watching for 4 days. He's got it going on right there. There you go. And a second baseman, and that's what they needed right there. One stranded, 3 outs. One stranded, 3 outs, top of the 5th, 13-2. The Clay County Swarm over the Fannin Rebels. They have to come out here. They've got to get at least 3 right now. They got to get a couple runs to get back into this, or game over here at the bottom of the 5th. I'm your host, BKP. We are Team FYN Sports, and we'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back, bottom of the 5th inning. I'm your host, BKP. We are Team FYN Sports, always promoting and highlighting these young athletes in a positive way. This is Dizzy Dean Division 6 playoff right here. There was 11 teams. We're down to 4. You're watching the Clay Swarm out there on the hill right now. Is that still number 99 bringing the heat? Yeah, it is. Shaheen out there on the hill, and he's in his 5th inning, and he's really throwing it. And Fannin Rebels, Swarm is up 13-2. And that's number 41, Noah Burnett, up to bat for the Rebels. Again, we started with 11 teams here Thursday. It is Sunday, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. And we're at White County Park and Rec. Big shout out to Joe and the entire staff. Outstanding job throughout this tournament. To the White County Park and Rec Department. Beautiful facility here. Give a shout out to my camera video director, Josh Ross, and our computer graphics director, Samantha Gates. Outside. We have the Union Panthers over here on the other field doing a little warm-up. Jackson County is here, ready for game 2. Big swing, and that's a rip up to past the second baseman out there in the right center. He's got the wheels turning for second. He's on the ground, he says. Blue says he's on the ground, and he's safe. So he hustles down there. We got to give old number 41, Noah Burnett, great shot, great hustle, and he's standing on second for a leadoff double. That brings up Mr. Big Strike Zone, number 40. What number is that on his back? 42. Drew Crowder. There's a rip to shortstop. And I tell you what, he got him at first. All right, number 9, he's got the stretch going on there. So number 9 stretches it out. Great hustle by Drew. But I'll tell you, that shortstop, number 4, Peyton Magaha, big league plays out there short. He's solid right there in that position. Runner on third for the Rebels. Now, I tell you what, Shaheen is still delivering the pitch. I like his rotation. I like the way he comes down. I tell you what, I can tell by the way that foot, I can tell the way that it lands that he's going to be bringing a strike. Now, he's been a little off a couple pitches here. He has pitched 4 already. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, so this guy's working his 5th inning here. And there you go. Now, I'll tell you what, I watched Clay County, Josh, over at Fannin at the Diz, and Clay is stacked with pitchers. They are stacked, so. And that sends him down to first. So Fannin has runners on the corner. First and third. Down 13-2. So that brings up number 11, Elijah Weaver for the Rebels. Follow us on Facebook, Team FYN Sports, at Team FYN Sports, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Follow us there. Also, if you'd like to be a part of the team, Team FYN Sports, the Fetch Force, if you want to join us today, hey, we've got a lot of opportunities in our sports department. Get in touch with us. There's a rip. I understand, Magaha. Is that his name? Let me make sure I'm right. Yeah, Magaha, shortstop. Got a little dirt on the pants, made the dive, kept it in the infield. Now we've got a 13-3 game. Runners off first and second, number 7. So our first pitcher today, Caden Little Tater Davis. Yes, if you would like to get involved with Team FYN Sports, high school football, we got it all going on. Get in touch with us today. We're looking for sports reporters all over North Georgia and in Western Carolina. Cherokee County, North Carolina, Clay County, North Carolina. Soon we will be looking for a sports reporter in Macon County, North Carolina. And he's down. And he's in there. So Fannin has runners on the corner. So if it's news reporting, sports reporting, broadcasting, you name it, and you are in North Georgia or Western Carolina, get in touch with us today. FetcherNews.com. Join the team. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, FYN TV Fetcher News YouTube channel. And there you go, Little Tater. And number 5, you got it. Play at the plate. He's in there. So Little Tater with a pop-up. That brings in a run, 13-4. So what Fannin has done, depending on the situation here, there's 9 minutes on the clock. We will most likely go to a 6th inning. So Shaheen, there's a pop-up. Center field, it will drop. Fannin sends him home. And there you go. So number 2, Lawson Sullivan, with a short pop-up to center field. It lands, he gets an RBI, and we've got a 13-5 game. Fannin clawing their way back in this right now, not going away. Number 35, a shot down, there you go, and that's the 3rd out. So after 5 innings, we've got a 13-5 game, and we will go to the 6th inning here, folks, when we return. 13-5, Clay Swarm over Fannin Rebels. Take us a break.
In small towns like Hayesville, North Carolina, Toccoa, Georgia, and Oak Ridge, Tennessee, big careers starting and staying at home may seem unlikely. But at Ingalls, we promote from within, building a community as well as a business. Our next executive might have helped you carry out your groceries today. We sure hope so. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Sir.
We're back, folks. Hey, Sellers up to bat right here. The bat for Clay County. And on the hill is number 22, Mason McDaniel. And that's a shot to center. But I tell you what, he makes it look easy out there. Who is that, 12? That looked like number 12 out there, Josh, or I can't tell. I don't have a 12 on my list, so it couldn't have been 12. Huh? 42, Drew Crowder? Yeah, I think you're right. He made it look easy out there at center field. I tell you what, one away. That brings up number 9, Cade Caruso. Oh, there's a strike. Hey, got to thank the coaches and the parents and the players. All of you coming by saying so many nice things. We appreciate you so much. Just that coach saying, hey, we went home as a team, got the popcorn, and watched the game. So thank you very much, everybody, for your kind words. We appreciate it. We are Team FYN Sports, always highlighting and promoting these young athletes in a positive way. So one away, 1-1 on the count. Nice shot there. It's going to be trouble. No, he makes it look like, I tell you what, making it look like routine plays out there right there. That's number 14, Cooper Bourne out in left field. So I tell you what, those outfielders, great job adjusting right off the bat. And I tell you what, that is where you find your outfielders if they adjust well right off the bat. And both of those guys' last two plays, 2 outs, nice. Outside, so we've got a 13-5 game. Swarm up. We're at the top. Clay County Swarm over Fannin Rebels, top of the 6th inning. The Rebels are not going away. I mean, the Swarm had them in position last inning to end it with a 10-run rule, which I brought up. But Fannin, I tell you what, these guys, hey, you know what? There's 2. All right, guys, you watch TV, not strikes. So Fannin says, if you're going to take this, you're going to have to beat us. We're not giving it to you. Shaheen, number 99. Oh, he drops that in the right field, and it'll go deep because number 34, Kahutta Brown, I mean, he makes a great effort there. Stretches out to try to make the catch, but it'll go to the 250 mark, and our pitcher, number 99, Shaheen, is on third with a nice triple. That'll bring up Martin, number 15. What's up, guys? We are ready for our second game. They are in the house. Tents are up. We've got the Union Panthers and Jackson County right after this one. And the Swarm with 2 outs with a runner on third. That's a little high. So 22 on the hill there, Mason McDaniel. And I tell you what, that was a great effort by that right fielder out there stretching it out, but just shy of his glove, and Shaheen has a triple. There's a rip to the shortstop, and Olay, oh no, he doesn't have it. And that'll send 15 to first, and that'll bring in another run. So we got a 14-5 game. Big D, big D, big D. So that's number 23, Dawson Devane. We listen to the crowd. The fans know their players, right? So we listen, so we're here at Big D, come on. So Dawson Devane, number 23. Swarm with a runner on first. They've changed the scoreboard up 14-5, 2 outs. Oh, that was a nice strike. Runner goes down to second. So that's number 15, Dalton Martin there on second base. Got the pitcher on the hill, 22, Mason McDaniel. Beautiful Sunday afternoon. Happy Father's Day. And there's a strike on Devane. So 0-2 on the board. And he's in there. So Clay County will move a runner over to third. 2 outs. I want to say how much I appreciate everybody this weekend. Several of the teams have brought me their team hat. I'm a hat guy. I will wear your hat. I'll put it in my office. And it's just something that reminds me how much I enjoy this weekend spending with your team and getting to talk about your team on our broadcast. So, hey, if I don't have your hat, I can't wear it. All right, so 3-2, 2 outs, payoff pitch here. Big pitch here. Bases open at first and second, runner on third. Inside, right there in the corner. Go text your granny, tell her you struck out. #K. Everybody, we've played 5.5, and this is it. Coach over there, Fannin, going to get his guys together, and he's going to tell them, hey, we got to get the bats moving. We got to change the scoreboard if we want to play another game here at the Dizzy Dean Division 6. We'll take a brief break, bottom of the 6th inning when we return.
World with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellen, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
At Ingalls, we have a very special family. A family of farmers, ranchers, and dairymen. Clerks, butchers, and bakers. Deli workers, pharmacists, and florists. We work hard every day to bring you the very best. And we'll continue to wake up every morning and work as hard as you do. This is our town, and we built this community together. Ingalls.
Okay, folks, we are back. Again, I tell you what, our whole entire staff here is doing an outstanding job every single day, and we thank you for stopping by and telling Team FYN Sports how much you appreciate it. Okay, that's who we are, Team FYN Sports, always highlighting and promoting these young athletes in a positive way. This is it. That's the only way we can say it. Number 13, Caden Cox. Now, we know Caden can hit the ball, and there you go, and foul ball, okay? Blue calls foul ball on that. So we've watched Caden get some pretty good hits here, and that's what Fannin is needing right now. We got a 14-5 game, bottom of the 6th inning. Clay County Swarm. Josh, is that big 9-9 still there? I wasn't paying attention. And I tell you what, it looks like big 9-9's on the hill. And Shaheen looking for a complete game, and coach is going for it here. Just a little high. So we have bottom of the 6th. I'm your host, BKP. We are Team FYN Sports. And I appreciate the entire staff that's worked so hard this week to bring this to you. And there's a big swing, so there you go. That is strike 3, 1 away. So Clay County Swarm 2 away from their championship game, going to the championship game. Team FYN Sports, and also find us on Facebook, okay, Instagram, and Twitter at Team FYN Sports, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, Monday, 10 a.m., Facebook Live. And there's our pitcher up to bat, number 22, Mason McDaniel. Monday, 10 a.m., Facebook Live, Team FYN Sports, a 1-hour sports show, only online live sports show in North Georgia. Instant replay with Lauren Hunter and Dave Garner. That's on Mondays. And that's just a bit inside. Threw you off there, right?
2 balls and 1 strike.
Folks, we'd like for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, FYN TV Fetcher News. The playlist here is Dizzy Dean Division 6, 2019. There's a shot down the first. Whoa, whoa. Bada bing, bada boom, and he's out. There you go. I don't know how to call that one, but hey, show's over. Bounced off the first baseman. Second baseman said, hey, look what I've got. Back to the first baseman, and there's an out on the scoreboard, so 2 away. And Clay County is 1 away from going to the championship game. And big man out there, 99 Shaheen. Number 34 squares around a bunt. Shaheen picks it up, throws it over, and the Clay County Swarm will be playing in the championship game. Line it up, guys, line it up. And we are done here with our first game. So let's give a big shout out first for the Fannin Rebel players. Guys, we've enjoyed watching you play here at the Dizzy Dean Division 6. We wish you guys well as you continue on in some of your all-star play. Great team, great players, and great coaches. Thank you, coaches, for all the time you put in with these young men. Moms, dads, for getting them to practice on time. Again, congratulations to the Fannin Rebels. Great game. Now let's hear for the Clay County Swarm. These guys are going on to play the championship game here for Division 6, Dizzy Dean, and that will be against either the Union Panthers or Jackson County, and we're going to check that out when we come back. I'm your host, BKP, Team FYN Sports. Thank you, Josh Ross, Director of the Video Cameras, and also our Director, Samantha Cates, of our Computer Graphics. We're out. We'll be back with another game right after this.